Hello everybody and welcome to my NXT review, the final NXT of the year I should say, with the NXT year-end awards that were being handed out tonight, and basically the go-home show before next week's big NXT New Year's Evil show next week with a very big card going on. We do kick it off with a graphic for Brody Lee, Luke Harper before the show started off tonight. As the first match of the night was Swerve versus Bronson Reed. Which was actually a pretty good opening match, I will say, to kick it off. Which Reed just coming back last week and whatnot, getting the win right here over Swerve. Which I could have swore they were trying to make Swerve into something and turn him heel now, but now all of a sudden he's being fed to Bronson Reed all of a sudden. Okay, I don't know what was going on with that. I thought they were trying to make this guy into some heel after he beat Atlas last week, whatnot, excuse me, and whatnot, but now he's taking an L to Bronson Reed, who just came back. Kind of strange, they couldn't just throw nobody else at Bronson Reed, but they threw Swerve out there for some reason. Not a bad match and everything, but I thought Swerve were trying to make him into a heel, but I don't know what's going on with that. William Regal ended up giving up the first award tonight of Breakout Star of the Year, which he gave to Shotzi Blackheart, which is like she was sitting somewhere in front of a fire, talking about, it's been a dream for her, and, thanking her dad that taught her how to be a badass and take care of things, as she did her wolf howl before, moving on to the next segment. They showed Brazongo going against the Grizzled Young Veterans. Not a bad match, I should say. I kind of figured the Grizzled Young Veterans would go over. It was just kind of there to be there, given that it's Brazongo. And then Everrise came out then just staring at the Grizzled Young Vets like they were about to do something. So obviously we're going to get some type of match from this. So don't know where that's going to go, but we are going to get a some type of match, even though it's like a heel versus heel thing. So don't know what's going on with that. They also announced that the Dusty Cup is coming back in the next 2 weeks. So we'll see what teams are going to be entering that whole thing. The Undisputed Era end up winning the Tag Team of the Year, as Adam Cole said that him and Roderick Strong are going to be in the Dusty Classic. So watch out for that. Next, though, Zia Lee and Boa, I guess they have completed their training or torture or whatever stuff they look like they were training for some Mortal Kombat tournament. I have literally no idea where they're going with this. All I know is that they drew some line on their heads and that they are going to be there next week. Okay, whoever this mystery person is, they will be returning to NXT. So, yeah, Boa and Zia Lee and whatever this whole thing is, I have no idea where it's going. Like I said before, it's shot very well and very cinematic and whatnot, but I don't know where this is going to lead to, okay? I honestly don't know. Mercedes Martinez went against Valentina Feroz, basically a jobber. Mercedes getting a quick win right there, especially with the air raid crash, basically saying she's got the whole division on their radar, click. So, watch out for her. So, at least Mercedes Martinez is back in NXT and that part of Retribution anymore. So, she gets to be like she was before. And, not part of, not part of this whole Retribution thing. So, as what you think about it, she dodged a bullet, okay, with Retribution. Next, though, Pete Dunne went against Roderick Strong. Very good match, I will say that. Obviously, I think Pete Dunne needed the win since he already got beat by Kyle O'Reilly before. And, he still kind of, like I say, he still beat, well, he didn't beat him before, but, Roderick Strong did betray him before, so at least he kind of got payback on him anyways and whatnot. So, Pete Dunne, he did get the win right here tonight since I don't say he's been taking too many L's lately, but, he has gotten at least a good win after a while now, I will say that. No, they hyped up the Fight Pit match coming up with Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. Finn Balor, who him and Kyle O'Reilly got the match of the year for their match at TakeOver 31. William Regal was going to give them awards, but Balor says, I don't need this. I got this, the title. But he was going to go give, O'Reilly his award and whatnot. Balor was on his way there until, Pete Dunne pretty much blocked him then. And he says, yeah, everybody wants a piece of the champ. But Balor, he left the trophy on the ground as, it surprised a lot of people about this match. And that, Kyle O'Reilly does deserve an award. But Kyle O'Reilly came out as, O'Reilly says he deserves this award and whatnot. But, he said he doesn't need a trophy and everything, because Balor says, I got this title and I got 3 plates in my jaw, especially for what happened at that match. And Balor said that this trophy is here to collect dust. Okay, I have the title. But Kyle O'Reilly says, he really respects this trophy because it reminds him that he belongs in NXT. But it's more like a participation trophy, and he's tired of participating. As he said, he respects Balor, but, he's leaving that respect at home next week. And that, it's about that title. And that for the last 15 years, that this title right here is worth for them. And next week, he's going to take it from him, okay? But Balor says, I'm going to make you suffer, that you broke my jaw, and now I'm going to drag you all around this canvas, which they blocked out something he said, so I don't know what he said from there. But this is a great promo by both O'Reilly and Balor right here. O'Reilly just saying, like, I've been doing this 15 years, and that title's finally mine. Killer Cross and Scarlett came out then, and basically she spoke in some language, but she says it doesn't matter who wins next week, that both your fates are sealed. As Cross said, Doomsday is coming. Cross never lost the title. He had to give it up. So, obviously, he would go back for the title then. Damian Priest ended up showing behind him. And then he says, this is how you face someone like a man. Both guys brawled with each other, going through some plexiglass, jumping through, just brawling in the production area. Cross tried to hit a Doomsday on him, but Priest ended up reversing it onto like a crossbody as both men went through the table, as Scarlett was laughing, okay? This is a very good segment, especially going into next week's big New Year's Evil show. So, like I said, I did like the promo from both Balor and O'Reilly, as, Cross is still... just, I'm still involved in this in a way, because he never did lose the title, but Damian Priest still getting involved, since they got that big match going on next week. Also, we got a Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez video, basically showing them as friends, as they were, R&R at one point, having matching tattoos, that they became friends in NXT, and they were a team at one point, kind of what they were showing in the UK, but it never was official. But, talk about their, real friendship and everything, and how it dissolved is, Ripley got bigger. Gonzalez wasn't really in the spotlight. So, very great video package and whatnot. Shot very well. So, I got to give it to Jeremy Borash for that. Legado El Fantasma. We're out there cutting a promo. Talking about they've dominated the Cruiserweight division. Well, Santos Escobar mostly, and that nobody can touch him as the champion. Which, Rigo doesn't have any opponents for him right now. And, I don't know, he kept trying to drag this promo on, saying, like, we should look back of what we've done throughout this year and whatnot. As they just kind of stand around, I don't know, they just kind of stood around trying to stretch this thing out until Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado, the Lucha House Party, came out. Basically, they're not chasing championships right now. R-Truth and that 24/7 stuff. That Lucha Libre is for everybody. Mendoza started yelling at them then as they got in, saying it's Lucha time. Basically going to a tag match between Legado del Fantasma and the Lucha House Party, and ended up with the Lucha House Party getting a win over them, which, honestly, I forget Legado del Fantasma was kind of around. They have nothing for the Cruiserweight champion. It's almost like they're barely even on TV in general, so, I don't know what they really got going on with these guys. I really don't, because they have no opponents for Santos. I said before, it's like the same 3-4 cruiserweights that kind of revolve around every week. So what opponents do they really do have them? So I guess now they're throwing the Lucha House Party at these guys just because, hey, they're not chasing R-Truth. I don't know if they're going to be officially back on NXT, but sending them back to NXT is probably not a bad idea anyways. So these guys are just chasing the belts in general. I don't know. I have no idea what they're going with these guys. I have no clue between both Legado del Fantasma. They just kind of feel like stuck in a place right now. And Lucha House Party is just Lucha House Party. I'm surprised he would get the win, especially for a team that just came from Raw and they just beat some current guys on NXT. So I don't know, but not the best feud or whatever they're going with this. I have no idea. Okay. Next, Johnny Gargano win against Leon Ruff for the NXT North American Championship. After Austin Theory did get his, what was it? Not Breakout Star. Yeah, he did get Breakout Future Star of the Year, which, who else did they give an award to? Which I think they gave, what was it, like, Female Competitor of the Year to Io Shirai, and Adam Cole was, like, the Male Competitor of the Year. I think they gave, like, overall to Io Shirai, if I remember, too. So I know they gave out more of those awards also. But in that main event, though, between Gargano and Leon Ruff, it wasn't a bad match, but come on, let's be honest. I think we all knew Gargano was going to win in this match, okay? The match was okay, I'll say, but this was just to break Johnny Gargano's curse of him losing the whole North American Championship after the first title defense and whatnot. But I don't know if this Leon Ruff push is really going to continue at this point. I'm not really sure. But, yeah, I think it was best they just had Gargano move on from this. So, yeah, he still did retain his title, and it was, kind of, with the one final beat, and it was over, okay? So, yeah, that was basically the rest of the show then. And the last thing we got was Dexter Lumis, who is the host of next week's New Year's Evil, as they had the full card for next week, which added also Santos Escobar versus Grand Metalik for the Cruiserweight title. The fight pit between Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. Maybe you can get a win this time. Also, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez. Killer Cross versus Damian Priest. And Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT Championship. So a very big stack card for next week's New Year's Evil show. Okay. Overall, very good episode of NXT. I will say that. To end off the year. In a way, it was still an award show, but it was still a show still going on. So, in a way, this basically hyped you for a takeover-like show next week in New Year's Evil. So, basically, this was a go-home show tonight before next week's show. Okay? Overall, very solid episode of NXT. Very enjoyable. And like I said, final hype before next week's show. So, yeah, go home tonight, people. Go home. Other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Check out any other reviews online right now. Check out my end of the year review. That is uploaded online right now. Follow the Urban Wrestling Network. Check them out and the website, and check out my stuff on there too. So yeah, other than that, see you guys later. Peace out. Check out any review that is up online right now. Repeat that 3 times. Peace.